How many times?
Thing as well, people are so quick to say, well, don't be mean to Pearl, don't be mean to Pearl. I like Pearl, I followed her for a while, but she did a shit thing. She did a terrible thing. She said an offensive word. And it's like, you can't tell people to not be offended. If someone's going to be offended, they can be offended for as long as they want, as hard as they want. They can be offended for the rest of their life if they really want to be. It's not up to anyone to say, don't be offended just because she did this and she apologised. Well, like I said, I like Pearl, but she said on her live last night she wasn't going to apologise. She said, I don't have to apologise for nothing. And then obviously she has apologised, but it's the initial backlash that she got that's made her apologise. She didn't want to apologise in the first place.
Can I just interject a minute? I think the reason she wasn't ready to apologise was because it is part of her everyday life.
Can I say one thing though?
I don't.
Please, I'll jump down straight away.
Let's speak. What?
Basically, what I've watched, I didn't see what went on last night. Fair play to Paige. I have seen her all day, right? And she's handled herself really well. But what I've noticed with a lot of people in these comments, they don't understand why orangutan is offensive because it's orange. And I've seen quite a few people sit and say that. Well, why is it offensive? It's orange. And they're not getting the reason why that terminology is offensive. Does that make sense?
People who say that, though, like, oh, it's not offensive because an orangutan's orange. That's just ignorance, though.
No, but that's what a lot of people on these lives were saying today. So I only jumped up to sit and say that because I was like, why can't you see? Even I was seeing it. I was like, why can't you see why that would be offensive to somebody? But a lot of people in the comments have sat and said, and like in the boxes, yeah, but why would it be offensive? It's orange. Baby for primates.
I have a question.
Why?
Sorry, guys, let me speak. Sorry.
I'm going to jump down now, Rick. So that's all I wanted to say. And Paige, well done for today. You've done well.
Rick, and then I was going to jump out. We have to educate ourselves on how to conduct ourselves around black people.
Yeah.
Do black people have to do the same around white people?
Can I answer that?
Yes, please.
You don't see how racist that is.
I'll answer that.
Yes, please.
So yeah, honey, sweetie, we've been doing it for centuries. Like we have been. I'll tell you why. If you let me just speak without like anyone interrupted, just let me land. So yeah, we've had to adapt to white people and the whole British sort of environment because I'm born and bred here. I'm not like first generation. I'm born and bred here. My mum and dad were born and bred here. It was my granny who was brought over on the Windrush generation. Okay, so we was born and bred here. Like this is my country. I've paid taxes since I was 16. I've been to university, so I'm paying back university loans. I'm trying to make myself like a valued member of society. However, I have to dull myself down, straighten my hair down. I have to make sure that I'm not loud. I can't be too passionate. I can't be too sensitive. I can't cry too much when I'm a victim. I can't shout too much when I'm being shouted at or being bullied towards. I have to very much make sure that a lot of the black side of my culture has very much been whitewashed to make sure the English society is happy with it. That's why I've noticed when a lot of black people will come to the UK, they change their name like to a more British name. Why do you think that is, Eileen, or whoever? I don't know if it was Eileen herself.
It was me, it was me, Paige.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm
just, that's what I mean. I'm not coming for you at all. I'm just explaining. There's a reason why people...
I was raised by a racist father.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had to educate my 4 children how to conduct themselves around the black community because we have got a lot of black people around us. But so from day dot with black people have had and
to
be so derogatory, and I'm supposed to accept it.
Well, do you know where I'm going?
No one's got to accept it.
Can I just ask you a question?
Can I just ask though, anyone who knows her personally, have they ever heard her using that word like daily or in conversation? Because I've personally never heard it in the live. So I think that would clear quite a bit of this up.
I want to make a couple of points, please, guys. Let me just have my say set because I'm going to stay quiet and let everybody talk. Number one, I want to state these facts. Right? I'm sorry to swear. Why the fuck are we still racism still around in 2024? Do you know what I mean? It absolutely bizarre, mind blowing for me. Do you know what I mean? I obviously my best friend in the whole world. He passed away, and there was a guy called Lloyd Carter. He was born in Kingston, in Jamaica. Do you know what I'm saying? And I agree exactly with Paige. You know what I mean? Growing up in the society, do you know what I mean? The racism, it was absolutely absurd. Eileen, he was absolutely.
It's awful. I know. My best friend's
Let
black.
me speak. Let me have my say.
Sorry.
So what Paige is saying that still today, she was at school being called names, derogatory, and she had to go through them. People calling them kind of names. And it's still going on to today. Why does Paige, and everybody is still defending it into 2024? These racist remarks are still going on, and still people are saying these things that are racist, and they should know better, and they shouldn't be saying them. And I'll get into the pill scenario in a minute. Do you know what I mean? My nan told me like many years ago. I'm going to tell you straight now. My nan had a mixed race. So my uncle Jason, he passed away now. Do you know what I mean? And he was half black. Do you know what I mean? And my nan used to go through Handsworth in Birmingham back in the 70s when he was born. And people used to eat bananas in a cup. Used to call her loads of names and all that because she called her right. And you can check on this. My uncle was mixed race, so it's what I'm telling you is all true. And my nan obviously had half black baby. So back then, I know about the racism because when I was growing up, as with him, he was older than me. I remember going into Five Ways in Birmingham and walking down the streets and some people using the N-word to him and his mates. And I remember him running over and beating his white kid up. I think I joined in as well. Do you know what I mean? For that, so I know about all the racism parts. You know what I mean? And what's going on, and obviously being with a mixed race person, and them kind of words, what I've said, are very offensive, man. You know, and it hurts, man. Do you know what I mean? When you're using that,
No one should endure that.
It's horrible to use them words. But getting back to the Pearl scenario, getting back to who Pearl is, you've got to understand this well. And I'm not justifying sticking up. I'm just saying she's a lady, she's a traveller. So for her life, she has also, I'm not sure, been ostracised. She's been called pikey. She's been called a gypsy. She's been told to leave. She's please wait. She's also been attacked as a woman. She knows how it feels to be attacked and the racism. You understand what I mean? She said to Vicky Temper under the influence. She threw her hands up, and I know she said things in the past, but I personally don't think she is a racist because you know what I mean. She's had that backlash of stuff in the past happen to her also. Do you understand what I mean? But not when it comes to a person.
Ricksta, come on.
That's just me having my side.
Why is everyone sugarcoating shit when it comes to Pearl? Is it because she's a big creator and she's on the big creators platform?
Right, I'm not sugarcoating anything. She definitely made a mistake, but I think it was a naive mistake.
Oh, I'm sorry, but she always makes a mistake, and then she always come back on 2 days later and said, "That's the word."
You tell me you've never made a mistake, right?
Always listen. No. Don't turn this back onto me. Let's get it back on Pearl. She opens her mouth. She opens her mouth, and she says derogatory terms, and then she comes back on 2 days later, and then she apologises for it because she don't know anything about it because she's not educated.
She came back on this morning.
It's a pattern of behaviour. She's done it for a long time. She continues to do it, and the more the people say it's okay, Pearl,
no one's saying it's okay.
Well, good.
No one that
because she's a racist.
It's okay.
Good, because she's a racist.
Can I talk, please?
Yeah, let's talk. Have you say. Come on, of course. Come on.
Thank you. So, first of all, I'm not going to go into digging Pearl out because I feel like she's been read the riot act today, and the way I see it is if she learns from this, and if in future she doesn't use that kind of terminology, then I feel like she may have learned. And this is what I'm hoping for the lady, that there's a valid lesson to be learned here, okay?
But there's listening to Paige. I think Paige is more than educated, Pearl. You know what I mean? Of what she said.
Exactly.
I think, and obviously, you know what I mean. Obviously, Paige is an educated lady, and she's been through this kind of scene before. I think Pearl now realising what she said was a little bit too much, gone too far, and what she's done throughout the day is apologise. We can't hung, drawn, and quarter the lady. We really can't.
It doesn't all the time.
What we should do, Wayne, is she said it, you know what I mean, and everybody deserves a second chance as far as I'm concerned. She hasn't said it before. He hasn't. So every person, you know, deserves a second chance. And I don't know if you agree, Paige, here, but I think she deserves another chance. If she's done it once,
no.
She said it on the phone. I'm really sorry. She deserves another chance. You know what I mean? That's my perspective.
She's a racist. She's a homophobic. She's a xenophobe.
I'm still Wayne.
No, you're wrong, mine.
Wayne, you're talking over people. I was in the middle of discussing it. Ricksta, this is Ricksta's platform, so he, you know, if he wants to interrupt me, and so be it, so be it. You know, I can't, but can I continue, please? So for me, my opinion is racism is a learned thing. It's not born, it is learned, right? It's learned behavior. Okay? And another thing, people misconstrue the difference between racism and discrimination. And in my opinion, there are other people on this app that should not be hosting debates about something they will never experience and have no understanding of. Okay? It should not be done. And this is what we're going through. We've got people that have very ignorant beliefs holding, yes, like Angie, exactly that. Exactly that. It's very ignorant, very rude, and you should not do it. If you can't experience it, you have no say in it. Full stop, period, done. Do you understand?
I think what's being said as well, obviously, because she's got such a big platform, and she gets a lot of people in her lives, a lot of support. Do you know what I mean, from all communities, right? I think being educated when she comes on, you have to say them kind of things are not acceptable. And like I said, she's owned that. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, Paige has been educating her and telling her it's the wrong thing to say. You shouldn't win it about like what you've said in temper is wrong. Do you know what I mean? For in the future, she knows better. I'm just saying, everybody deserves a second chance. She knows she's wrong. She's threw her hands in the air. And for that, she should be allowed to, like, okay, you've said it, you've apologised, you know what I mean? Try our best to move on from that. That's all I'm trying to say.
At the end of the day, Ricksta, people can accept the apology. People don't have to accept the apology. She's put the apology out there. If people don't like what she's done, then don't watch her anymore. Don't follow her anymore. Hold her accountable. But there's people that do think, like me, that it was just a naive comment.
And that's just because, Eileen, that it doesn't affect you as personally as it would do to the people that is actually gone against community.
Possibly, Paigey, you could be right there. I've had to endure things in my life that maybe you haven't.
No, and that's what I'm saying. No one's saying that. Everyone's got effort. That it's not oppression. This is what I keep saying to people.
I'm trying to be fair here to both sides.
No, that's sort of thing. So if we're going to be fair, what my thing is, it's not oppression wars or struggle wars. So what it is with me is when it comes to the black community and there's an issue, there's a lot of whataboutery. It's not about do you want blood. I've been in Pearl's live. This is what I'm trying to say. All of you people that are defending Pearl so harshly, specifically towards me and calling me a bully, Pearl's openly come out and said she does not one bit feel bullied by me. No. She came into my box, in and out of my box, started up her own live about the situation off her own back because she wanted to have the discussion, whether it was, clear up or whether it was real intentional sorries. Regardless of the way, she has to come and talk about it. No one's actually coming at Pearl. The way I've seen people come at CLA and then the names and stuff, like they really have come for blood with her. With Pearl, a lot of people have genuinely tried to just educate her and understand and speak to her. So when I was talking to her today and the whole people need to drop it and move on, it's white people respectfully that are saying drop it and move on. So yet again, it's people policing the black community, telling us when we can stop talking about it. Unfortunately for Pearl, she knows she's fucked up, which now means on the app, she's not being bullied. She's just being used as a point of reference in terminology when we're talking about racism and we're talking about, phrases and terminologies and micro and macro aggressive racism. She's going to be used as an example now and spoken about because it's just happened within 24 hours. So it kind of feels like there's a lot of people that can say a lot of things about, different communities and it goes on for weeks and people can bitch and gossip on here about silly things and it goes on for weeks and days and days and days. It's not even been a full 24 hours since that big revelations happened and people are already telling us to move on. We're having discussions about it. No one's sat here.
How do you feel about CLA's moved on from what she's done?
CLA told me to SYM in the box. I've been in Miss Red's live after she said the N-word. Miss Red asked me to come in. I spoke to her. So that was weeks and weeks ago and she's still getting stick for it now. So it is still being spoken about, but the difference is with CLA, she doesn't hold no accountability. So she will never put herself in a serious box to talk about racism and have this discussion about what she's actually done. Her accountability wasn't accountability. That was clear up. She blamed it on her mental health. She started screaming, I didn't do it. And if it offended you, I don't care. And then by the midway of her conversation of her apology, after she didn't like a few things she heard, she started telling everyone to SYM, to F off and everyone's this and everyone's that. So backhanded apology.
Yeah.
So in terms of Pearl, no
Ricksta,
one's
please,
gunning for Pearl though. Like I'm not going to be blamed for Pearl's
No, not
tears.
at all. Not at all.
No, but I'm saying not directly by you, but I'm saying in general when I feel the way I feel. Like I was saying to you, Eileen, when you were saying about do black people adapt themselves to the white community, so much so that I'm English, I'm British, that's my nationality. I get scared when I see flags come in my life, hon. It's my flag. It's my flag of my country. The British flag is my flag too. So now why, because of society and the way we've been conditioned and the way we've been trapped by our own country, something that is meant to be patriotic towards myself, I'm not allowed to be a part of, and I get shook when I see the English flag, because automatically, if I see the English flag and there's someone in my life and I'm talking about racism, instantly my mind's going to, they are very much on the British side of the values, which means not saying that you're openly racist and hate brown people. I'm saying England as a country is racist because, number one, the black history, which has been a part of England, has been completely wiped. We've been completely wiped out of history. That's racist. All of the laws and bills that we follow to this day are laws built off the power and hands of white oppression. That's what it is. You can go and look back at it. So when you're saying, have we adapted? We've more than adapted. That's why people use this chip on our shoulder term. That's why people think we have a race card, because we've stayed quiet for so long, Eileen. So long. And do you know what it is? When the UK's given us a little bit, a lot of us just take that and think, oh, that's enough. That's enough. But when you look at it statistically, like I said, like in my 2023 poem, what is 2023, the UK isn't racist, right? Because I'm sure that black men aren't getting incarcerated at an alarmingly high rate. And I'm sure black women ain't dying at a bigger rate than any other white person. But it's 2023 and the UK is not racist, right? But I can't be a victim, I'm always the perpetrator. But it's 2024 now and the UK is not racist, right? But we're still being lawed and we're still being prisoned off laws and bills and powers built off the oppression of black people. The country, the UK, has been built specifically society-wise for the back of white people. The country is made for the majority, which is white people. So the laws and everything that's been placed upon us has been made for white people. Black people have just kind of fit in place where we've been asked to fit in place.
I'm sorry, Pam. Hang on, hold your boots here. What do you mean by white people in Britain? What do you mean by that? That's racist.
No, okay, so yet again, I don't know if you know about terminology, I'm not going to get into it because I can't bother. When I say the UK has been built for white people, I've just said to you, Wayne, all the laws, every single law.
Built for white people. What are you on about, woman?
Wayne, if you just drop your tone a minute, darling, and actually give someone 15 seconds after asking the question before answering the question yourself, I'll happily explain.
The seconds down page, you keep going on about white privilege.
Wayne,
you know I'm half white, don't you, Wayne?
I don't say that offensive.
I don't give a fuck if you're black, white, Chinese, orange.
No, I'm half
she's
white.
educated.
Are you saying I'm racist myself?
Yeah, you are, Paige. You keep going about
Paigey,
white privilege
Can I just say something?
white country this, white country that. We live in a Christian culture. We live in a Christian society. We live in...
I don't...
right,
yeah,
Paigey.
Thank you, Ricksta.
Paigey, can I ask
What you just said, Paige, is not racist in any way, shape or form. So, you know what I mean? Carry on, sorry, love.
Everyone mute.
It's built for white people. I'm saying in terms like I just said to you, go and research it. If you go and look at the laws and the bills that are run and governed by the UK now, okay, it is literally built off segregation laws, off the old laws of racism. It's built from the old elites. Going down, like I said, go look at the old school days. Because racism, by the way, guys, is a social concept. It doesn't actually exist unless it has been placed upon us by the class. It's a class issue. Racism is a class issue. Going back to, like I said, the bourgeoisie, the proletariats, all of these type of situations and the hierarchy that they place upon people. No one understands. If you don't create a minority, how can they conquer and divide? So what happens is now, because of the unfair sort of laws and all the things that have been placed upon us and all the stereotypes that the government has been put upon us, when they're sitting there and making all of these little minority groups, people are like, oh, that's not fair. I've had worse than you. No, I've had less than you. I've had less than you. They don't need to do loud segregation towards us anymore, because we're segregated ourselves by not understanding each other and letting the laws of the land and the government completely divide us in the first place. That's my actual point. So when I say the country's built for white people, I'm not saying that there's nobody allowed, and it's a country where black people can't come, and there's no such thing as immigration and stuff like that. But my point is, statistically, black people and people of colour are still at the bottom of the scale. Like, they're still dying more. Black children, black boys are the highest race to be permanently excluded from school. So my thing is, it's not like, oh, black people don't do no wrong. If we're doing the same thing as white people, my thing is the laws don't back us. You're more likely to get a predominantly immediate sentence as a black male for the same thing. A black man and a white man commit the same crime at the same time. My issue is the unfairness afterwards. So you're more likely to get an immediate custodial sentence as a black male than you are as a white male committing the same crime. That's the unfairness. That's how the country has been built, to back and to have sort of the backs of white people more than it is to have the backs of black people. Statistically, it shows us that. And for people to say that I'm racist towards white people, get your head tested. I literally dropped out of a white woman's womb. Like, I love my half self as much as I love my other half of myself. Just because I'm pro-black and I like to talk about issues within the black community does not mean I'm anti-white. People need to wake up and stop being so conditioned by society and realise you can stand for something without being anti-something else. You can have
a fully educated woman there, Paige, and you've done your research over the matter of the years, so you understand that, you know what I mean? You understand both cultures, which is absolutely fantastic. What you've said there is absolutely facts as well, and I know that you've got to look for the stats itself, do you know what I mean? When it comes to incarceration, when it comes to a white male and a black male is more entitled to go to jail, go to prison than a white male, and the stats speak for themselves. So what's Paige is, she's only going by facts, guys. She's not making up stuff. She's telling the truth. So you know what I mean? Do your own research. You know what I mean? Don't be naive, and then come back and then have a debate with Paige, because what she's saying is actual facts. You know what I mean? She's educated, and it's
very educational. I appreciate that, Paige. Thank you.
She's extremely educated. This lady is extremely educated. And I want to ask a question.
Sorry, Elaine. Ask the question. Sorry. Ask Paige the question.
I want to ask a question, and Paige will know the answer to this, but I want to ask everybody in the boxes and in the chat, do you know the difference, between overt racism and covert racism? Can anybody tell me the difference? Wayne, you've got a lot to say, so can you answer that?
Yeah, sure. Like, you don't make sense what anything you have to say anyway. But Paige,
really,
I'd like to have a conversation with you, because you talk about the Windrush era, and what you're doing is you're going on about the white old privilege thing, and what you're actually distracting from is the fact that Pearl was.
I was asking a very good question, actually.
Wayne, I was talking, asking a question.
So, Mazza, one is basically that you say something that's maybe stereotyping and you're not wanting to be aggressive towards it. You maybe say something that is racist, but then the other one is aggressive racism, right? So micro racism.
Overt.
So,
overt is aggressive.
Yeah. But overt and covert racism, the words overt and covert, take the racism away, it means so open and closed. So when people say in the UK covert racism or overt racism, it means that it's in plain sight. Overt racism is someone coming up to me calling me the N-word. It's someone saying you're not getting a job because you're black. That's overt. It's in your face. It's clear. Covert racism is very subtle. It's discreet. It's what a lot of the racism within the UK actually is based upon, and that's why a lot of people get away with being racist, including the government themselves, because it's quiet, it's shut down. It's things like
my point, Paige.
Where are you from? And I'll say I'm from England. No, where are you from? That's covert racism. You're implying subtly, you're implying with a microaggression that I can't be from the UK because I've got brown skin. It's the can I touch your hair without even asking. It's you know, them kind of little subtle things. It's the also what do black girls do? All these kind of little comments. They are covert. They're secret. It's the little, like I said, it's called, instead of calling me the N-word, it's calling me a monkey. Instead of calling me a black bitch, it's calling me, oh, you think you're bad because you're ghetto. Oh, mixed race girls are ghetto. You're so loud. You're so this. These are all covert ways of calling me the same word that you'd want to call me overtly.
What can be worse?
And this is my point, is the fact that people do not understand. People do not understand that covert racism comes into play within our government, within our police force. Yes. And Wayne, you could not answer that question. You had to swerve, and you claim you're sitting here and you're trying to, no, Wayne, you're trying to disrespect this lady and her intelligence. You're insulting her. Yes, you are. You are insulting her intelligence and you're rude.
Back to what the
Do you understand? You're
Can I
rude.
just quickly explain something, right? Wait.
I've been waiting.
Can I just say one thing, right? So every time Paigey speaks, right, instantly in the comments, and you see in every live that she's in, she's so aggressive, but not one person says it about the white person that's in the box. Has anyone else seen that? Paigey, you guys see it constantly?
Facts. Instance yesterday, heard what Pearl. Forget about the orangutan comment for a minute. Let's just say in terms of aggression, what does it mean? Shouting, swear words, all that kind of stuff. So if she's saying like the CUNT word and stuff like that, I don't care if anyone's aggressive. That's not my personal thing. I'm not here to judge anyone's aggression. That's not what I'm saying. It's when I'm constantly being called aggressive, but then when Pearl's screaming or EQ's screaming, calling people fat this, like that, no one calls them aggressive. And I can be aggressive, yeah, but the majority of the time I've not been. So do you know what it's like? Has anyone ever been, you know when you're a kid, I don't know if anyone's been in scuffles or something, got arguments, you know when someone's holding you back when you're not actually running for no one and telling you to calm down, and you're calm. You know that frustrating feeling when you're like, calm down, you're like, oh my God, I'm not kidding, I'm actually calm. It's that same, yeah, it turns you mad, don't it, Ricksta? You know when it's like, oh my God, it turns that like ADHD kid boiling inside of you.
I understand. 100%.
Can I have my say? I don't.
That's what I mean. And that's
Paigey
what
Baby
I
isn't. I don't think she's aggressive. I think she's toxic. You're not a toxic person,
Rick, can I just quickly say something? There's going to be probably something out of this because there is a personal issue between Paige and Angie. I'm just putting out there just to let you know. I don't know if you're aware, but they've got beef. So just give you a heads up.
They got beef.
They're both entitled to their opinion, though, aren't they?
What do you mean, Courtney?
You have had arguments in the past. I'm just letting Rick know.
Well, because I think Paigey Baby and Torin are racist. Yeah.
Ricksta, can I please say something? I've
Can I just say one thing?
I'm sorry, I've been waiting for a long time.
Oh, speak, go on, sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one line. I think Paige has done very well. Really appreciate that. I feel for everyone. But on the back of the Pearl thing, I wanted to say I do honestly believe of what I've seen her like. If she had heard anyone she believed was racist, I do think she'd be one of the first in there to, talk about it and defend and say that it's wrong and be there to show support.
Well,
I have seen her support a lot of people.
What I have seen with Pearl in the past with the CLA incident is that when obviously the word was used and the racism was there and everyone was attacking CLA, she's one of the first people to bring it up and call it racist. So
that's all I wanted to say, and I'll drop down because I think we've got to bear that mind if I have watched Pearl for a long time.
And yeah, can Torian come in, please? That's why it's more shocking for the black community. Me and Torian have sat next to Pearl in Painful like Angie's Live, where Pearl's had our back.
Yeah. Can you kick me down, Ricksta, so someone else can come up, please?
Can I ask Paigey Baby a question? So, are you still supporting Pearl? Yeah.
I never did support Pearl. I'm not. I don't watch lives, and I'm not.
Like I said, I don't believe she was racist.
But when I say supporting Pearl, I don't sit in anybody, including Laura's. I don't respectfully. I'm a creator on the app. I'm a live streamer, so it's very rare that I'm a supporter. Like I don't really mod for people and stuff like that. It's not about support. I don't want Pearl to sit there and have her whole mental health torn to shreds, and I don't want her to feel like she doesn't want to be and stuff like that. At the same time, it's not my responsibility. To make sure I'm checking in on her mental health when no one checks in on mine. I'm not being funny. How many times, Angie, have I left your live? I've told you, you've seen the comments towards me and Torian. You've seen what people have said to us.
No, I haven't, Paige Baby.
No, but I mean, I've told you about them. You've said that that's out of order, blah, blah, blah. We know when I've read out certain comments to you that you've seen. So you know what I'm saying? You've seen what people have said towards me and Torian, I'm saying, yeah? In comments. So my thing is, but no one
on the comments off.
But no one checks up. I'm not saying that. So I mean, everyone goes around the edges. Let me get to the point I'm making, though. No one turns around to me and Torian as a whole collective and as a big, community and says, "Are you guys okay? I don't want you to go and do nothing to yourselves. Are you is your mental health okay?" So
Paigey, Paigey, please one sec. Ricksta, man's hearing that you're racist. Yeah, man's hearing that you've been calling black guys the N-word and that. Is that true?
Bro, I've never said that in my life, mate.
You've never said the N-word. So why am I getting told that then? I've been told by numerous people. That you're racist.
Oh, bloody hell.
Paige, I get what you're saying, Paige. I get what you're saying about the black history and the build to all this, that, the other. But how is that relevant to what this woman
Okay,
has
wait,
said
I'll be real. You don't like Pearl, and that's really
not about liking Pearl.
No, it is
it's
though.
not about
Can I tell you why it is?
Okay,
Okay, I won't
please let me speak. It's not about liking or disliking Pearl. It's the matter of the fact 2024 and people can say whatever they want to say and use the excuse that they're educators to fucking say, oh, well, guess what? I'm going to start using the N-word or the
You've just used racism as an excuse to sit there and slate.
I'll say something to you, Paige, baby, to interrupt really quickly. It's not about what people say. We know a slur, the N-word, right? We all know about the slurs, okay? But we need to realise that when someone says something, it's all about the intentions behind it. Like what I said on my debate. Was that meant to be racist? No. But you twisted that around and made it out that I was...
Okay, so if
there was no intentions behind what I said. I don't believe there's any intentions behind what Pearl said. I don't even see eye to eye with Pearl. That's just my opinion.
She was racist.
Anyway.
No, that word is racist. That word is racist towards a black person, 100%. I don't condone that. But I don't believe Pearl meant that to be racist.
Why keep asking me questions and not actually letting me answer, Wayne and Ange? Like, you've actually just answered it yourself.
What does she mean by it?
Like, do you know why? Can I finish? Do you know why it's worse that Pearl said it? Do you know why we got offended that Pearl fucking said it?
Someone just asked me
we got offended so much that Pearl said it. Like,
right, Paigey baby, someone just asked me the question why she meant it. And I can answer that. She meant as in stop acting like an orangutan. Pearl has said that to me. It's something that some people do say to their children.
Stop lying. Come on, stop lying now. Listen, you know that's racist. So you.
No, it's racist. Listen, most hated. Listen,
that makes you racist, isn't it? Simple.
Listen, to say
anyone that's defending Pearl right now, nah.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah. Angie is 100% racist. Angie has told me racist remarks. So for her to sit up here and tell us what is racist and what isn't, or try to even talk about the race debate, I think is completely outrageous. And I don't think it's fair on the black community. I think it's a whole joke to her. I don't think she finds it serious. I think she finds it a complete and utter joke. And I don't think she should have any say on racism towards the black community at all.
Oh, shut up, Torian. Shut up.
Do you know what's fucking wild to me? What's wild to me is someone that doesn't understand the difference between racism and racial discrimination, and then they hold debates on racism. Absolutely not, Angie.
Let me say so, because as a white man with two mixed race children, and my ex-wife, by the way, not the wife, was half Jamaican, right? If anybody turned around and called my daughters an orangutan, would I take that offensively? I couldn't even tell you what I'd do, do you know what I mean? So, and they've been through racism as well. So that is a racist word. So I disagree with what Angie turned around and said. It's only, because I would take that. She just said it's only offensive to black people or people of colour. That's wrong. I would take that personally because of my children. So that is a racist word. But I'm just saying about the pill scenario. I just don't, the woman's, to me, you know what I mean? She's coming, she said sorry, and everyone deserves another chance. I personally don't think pills are racist. I don't, but that's my opinion. Do you know what I mean? That's what leave you to carry on, sorry.
In regards to Pearl, and I said this to Pearl when I was on her platform before, I think, first of all, I want to say that if Laura don't want to accept the apology, that is fine. I don't feel like people should be abusing her or telling her what she should accept or not accept, yeah? Number two, I feel like there's a lot of outrage because when we made Pearl aware what she had said by numerous of people in that live, she was still standing by. She is still saying that word. She is not taking nothing back. And she then went onto her live again to then discuss it and keep on saying that no, she's standing by it. So it just made it look as if she only done the apology to save face. And I think, like, at the end of the day, people have a right to feel how they feel, whether they want to accept her apology, whether they believe that she's a racist. At the end of the day, they have the they have every right to feel how they feel, because when you look at racist people and they talk about black people and stuff, they call black people gorillas and monkeys and zoo animals. When there's black football players on the pitch, people are doing monkey noises and all these things. So we're not
Tori, Pal, 3 weeks ago, Pearl said to me to go and eat a banana. Now, I've got the recording and I've not even pulled it up yet because I've been so busy. Now, if anyone is going to say that's not racist, that's ridiculous. She said on live to me to go and eat a banana, and now she's talking about orangutans.
Did you bloody say that in my live yesterday instead of saying you're the
Because I was busy.
You're so stupid, AR, sometimes.
Really said? Most hated, was that really said?
Yeah, because obviously I was trolling her, innit? She said, go and eat a banana.
Yeah,
So I was
you
like,
want a
what?
second device?
That is what?
No, I'm walking my dog right now. Look, let me show you.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I mean, guys. It's never just one thing, by the way.
Wait.
Like, it's a multitude of things. Like, and just because people are AR's like a troll, so he's not going to sit on the internet and cry about it. So you lot will know about it straight away.
I just took it on the chin. I took it on the chin.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Most of us do. That's the problem on here. Like, I'll bring it out a lot of the time, but people like AR Laura, at the time, if they're not going to sit and cry about it on the screen and they're not going to go and talk about it over and over, you guys ain't going to know it's actually happened. But then people just think you're calling out a race card.
Paige, why was you laughing when he said banana then? You eating a banana. Why was you laughing?
Why was I laughing? I'll get called a monkey all the time. If you watch my life,
are you talking to me, Wayne?
Listen, Wayne. I'm not gonna lie, Wayne. You seem racist. Your energy is racist. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't like you from time ago. You just got. I don't know what's wrong with you.
You're
exactly. See, because you know it's the truth.
I laughed.
Listen, look at your display. Look at your display, mate.
You beat women.
It's giving nonce, mate. That's what it's giving.
Check him out, Claire's law.
No. Wait.
Am I allowed to answer, Wayne?
Don't do that. AR, don't call somebody a nonce, for fuck's sake.
Well, it's okay. You can call me nonsense.
All I'm going to say is, told me online.
From the actual topic at hand, like, let's stop doing that.
Pearl told me to go and eat a banana. So you're going to stick up for her, yeah?
But this is my thing anyway, Wayne. You asked why I laughed. I didn't laugh. I laughed at AR and said, he came in like around yesterday and I wish you'd have said this was live. That's just a personal joke between me and AR. Nothing to do with you, or don't think I'm laughing at racism. Please don't try and backtrack and discredit everything that I'm trying to say and do. Thank you very much, Wayne.
Sorry, I'm just getting comments. Sorry, I'm just getting comments here, guys, just to let you know, Roy, that's saying that Pearl did not say that. I'm just putting it out there. She says she did not say that.
She did say that. I'm going to show the proof anyway. Like, at the end of the day, it's not the first time. And there's so many creators doing it as well. One of many.
I personally can't see Pearl saying that, most hated. I know who you are, do you know what I mean? I've been in your life before, do you know what I mean? And I can't personally see hearing Pearl doing that. You're saying you've got the evidence of that. I'd like to see that, mate. I really, really would. Because I cannot personally see her saying that. I really can't. But if you've got it, let's see.
Yeah, as soon as I get home, I'll do that. But I'm going to go, but Wayne, run on.
Yeah, guess what? You're a wife beater. That's why.
Can I just say though, why Wayne is not a good person in terms of having people on a panel to discuss racism? You keep saying let's get back to the issue at hand, Pearl. Wayne, you're the perfect example, and I'm going to use you as point reference right now. So everyone's been saying all day, can we not get at Pearl? Can we leave Pearl alone as a person? Can we discuss the situation, what Pearl did, and the implications? Sorry, Wayne, I still haven't finished talking, sweetie. If you could just mute up, I'm muted for you. That would be lush.
Yeah,
you're saying, everyone's saying all day, leave Pearl alone. I've not actually dug out Pearl, bullied. I've been in her own box. Like I said, I'm using the situation with Pearl, as I've said a million times, as a point reference case study to discuss racism, to highlight the issues that are going on within society on the app, to highlight that Laura's not allowed to be a victim, and that, you know what I mean, everyone's feeling sorry for Pearl. I'm not sitting there saying Pearl must come off and Pearl must do this. I've not told Pearl what to do at all. She's asked me for my advice, and I've happily said it. Even in this box, I'm not sitting here calling Pearl names like you've done, Wayne. So the thing is with me, I'm looking at the bigger picture at hand. I'm discussing racism in relation to what happened with Pearl. I'm not digging her out as a person. It's very clear, Wayne, you don't like her. So it's funny how I'm getting called the bully. You've sat there and called her 4 different things and going on and on. Let's get back to Pearl, let's get back to Pearl. When we're trying to not try and directly say to Pearl, this is what's going on, but we're using her as a case study, an example.
Paige, what have I called her?
You're going, and I'm saying live now when discussing racism in terms of like on the app and what the implications of what Pearl did without being a bully to a creator. So Pearl has affected me and triggered me. I'm still managing to not bully her and go off topic and talk about everything else that she might have said or done. You said she's this, she's that, she's that. At the end of the day, Pearl's nasty, Pearl's this. I've not called Pearl nasty or any of these things. I'm talking about the situation at hand. So where I'm just... You're trying to dig me out for saying let's get back on the topic. I am very much on topic. I'm just not going to give you what you want and start cussing out Pearl. I don't need to cuss out every single person.
I think all you're trying to do is bring up the whole Black History bollocks.
Let me speak, please. Let me speak. I think it stands out heaps and bounds. Well, let's be honest, that you do not like Pearl, and what Paige is saying it makes sense. You know what I mean? You can tell you don't like it. I understand you getting to your points. You're having the opinion of what she said, and 100% respect that, Wayne. You know what I mean? I generally get on with Wayne just to let everybody know. But I understand where you're coming from, but you do portray that you cannot stand Pearl. I'm just saying, Paige is speaking facts.
I actually get a feeling, Wayne, that you don't like Paige either. I'm going to be honest, because every time Paige has said anything, you've instantly, but Torian and AR, you didn't.
May I reply to this, Ricksta? Can you put everyone on mute?
Please? No, guys, let him speak. Let him speak.
Well, first and foremost, yeah, I don't have a like towards Pearl, purely because some of the shit that she's come out with, like the transphobia, the homophobia, blah, 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 she's always apologised after, and she's always got this free pass. Now, today, for me, is not about a free pass. You cannot call a black person, under no circumstances, an orangutan. Now, I do not have a problem with Paige. I think what Paige is doing in terms of spreading awareness about Black history, etc., is quite relevant. However, I don't think it's quite relevant to what the other subject is. Respect to Paige, yeah, I could talk to her about the Stephen Lawrence inquiry. I can go in on all that shit. Yes, I could. But stop saying I've got a thing against Paige, because I haven't.
Ricksta, do you mind if I show something on your platform?
Yeah, carry on.
Basically, earlier on today, I don't know if you saw MT, Mother Teresa, he actually came on live and was talking about race and whatever. And this is why I say some people are patronizing, right? If I can get the big screen for a second, I'll show you. So this man, and with Angie in his box, this is what this man does, but then talks about racism. Let me light my camera.
We're passionate about this platform, passionate about the people we speak
to. This is not okay.
About this account.
He's got a wig on, he's got blackface, and then he'll go on live and talk about racism with Angie, and she'll be sitting there laughing. It's crazy, but then you want to talk about racism. It don't make no sense. But yeah, I don't want to get your account banned, but...
So who are you going for on that? Are you going for Angie or are you going for MT? Because there's two different people there.
I said both. That's what I said, Wayne.
To be fair, Wayne, when MT and Angie fell out, the first thing she said was, MT's a racist. And I did think that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't like the wig.
A couple of things, please.
I don't think you speak about her. She needs to be here.
You know, I've learned a few things.
Somebody kicked her out the bar. Let her back in. Jump back up quick.
You get it, please.
Can you let her back in? Okay, go on. Did you have something to say, Wayne? Sorry, mate.
Hey, what?
Yeah, let me get her back in quickly. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly get her back in. Just let her have a say. I'm gone.
Yeah, cool.
Go on, Carla.
I'm from Liverpool, brought up mostly white everywhere. I can't have an opinion on race because I'm never going to experience it, anything like that. So, you know, I'm disabled, I can have an opinion on that, but I can't on race. I think what Pearl said was a racist slur, but I don't think she's racist on the whole. But it's things like swearing shepherdess Laura today. Now, I felt for some people, because some people were really upset by what Pearl said, and swearing shepherdess was absolutely made up laughing, going, yes, 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 and knew she'd do it. Now, she wasn't feeling for, you know, other people of colour or other black men or women. She was just made up that she had won over, and I thought that was disgusting, because that took away from the racial thing to me, because it's like, well, Pearl said something racist. My opinion is she's not racist, but that was racist, what she said. And Swearing Shepherdess is just made up that, like, I knew she'd do it, I knew she'd do it.
I don't think she was racist. I don't think she was actually personally being racist at that point, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a racist slur. You can't say words like that to a black person. You just can't do it.
Can you get him back? Sorry.
Can I ask you a question, Carla, quickly?
Yeah.
Because I'm just really intrigued as to what, obviously, people that aren't people of colour think about this. So, what makes someone a racist? Is it a racist slur more than once? Is it a racist slur they've been caught doing? Is it they have to say the N-word? What do you define? Because people are saying you can...
I learned from you today by people saying I never understood what white privilege was. I never understood the thing behind bar black sheep. I just thought it's because the colour black and the sheep's black and the blackboard. I didn't understand that there was history behind that. So that's a lot that I've learned today.
If you think Baba Black Sheep is racist, then you've learned nothing today.
Well, I have, because what he said was that
Baba Black Sheep is about something completely different. It's about something way beyond, way even before slavery was a thing. Like,
no, this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Don't get cut up on race baiting, please.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't understand.
Racism's always been around, by the way.
I can only learn by speaking to people. I didn't understand what white privilege was. That was explained for me today.
My personal opinion is fucking hell. White privilege does not exist in the UK. In the UK, it's a fallacy.
Scotty, can I stop you for a second? Let me ask you a question. Did you know that black women are more likely to die giving birth than white women due to neglect? Did you know that? Oh my gosh, what? I'm speaking facts. You can go and search it up, because you keep saying there's no white privilege.
Where?
The white population.
Go and Google it, and it will tell you where. It's a fact. It is an actual fact.
Where are they less likely? Where?
In the UK.
In the UK.
The UK is a massive place. What areas?
But it is
okay,
fact.
so would you like me to show you? Do you want me to show you?
It is statistically
The
proven.
black morality rates.
Like, I don't get it.
Do you want me to show you the black pregnancy morality rate?
Let me give you Let me give you another example, Mr. Scottish Dad. Yeah. Do you know how many black teenagers, boys and girls, that are disappearing and ending up in the River Thames, and they're all getting done as unsuspicious? But if it was a white woman that had gone missing, everyone will be talking about it. It'll be all over the media. That is white privilege. When a black woman and a white
That's 100% true. That is so true.
I've never heard so much bullshit in my life.
Sorry, Torian just told you guys that black women die for no other reason than being black, giving birth, and so black women are dying, okay, being unalived by medical negligence, and all I heard was the two white males go,
being so condescending, by the way. Listen to they have statistics to prove this. They're not just pulling it out of thin air. Jeez.
I beg, please listen.
You're telling us as white males that we are committing genocide on our own people right now, and we don't know what's happening.
What? No one said that. Are you had a drink, darling? Because no one said that. We're talking about the government. Do you know what an institution is? Scottish Dad in Wales.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah.
So can you just? I don't want to even try me patronising. Can you tell me what an institution is? Like, if I'm talking to you about racial institutions, can you just give me an example, please? Because you've just tried to say that I'm trying to say white males are committing genocide against their own people, not what I said. Can you just tell me just really quickly what an institution is, please?
Are you talking about the exact definition, or just the definition?
So I just said to you, Torian just said to you that black women are 4 times more likely to die giving birth to a child for no other reason than medical negligence due to institutional racism. You've turned around and said, that's bollocks, that's not right, that's not correct. And It doesn't happen in the UK. What area? So I'm saying to you, you didn't randomly come around and said that white males are trying to cause genocide. So I'm asking you, do you know what an institution is? Because we were talking about institutional racism.
Paige, you really need to get over yourself, man.
So you can't answer it, so you cuss me instead. Okay.
Don't listen to the lady.
It would be the answer you wanted.
Wayne, what is your actual problem? I don't. It's like why I don't understand.
Why is he getting me, babe? Why is he getting me?
I don't get it.
You're actually coming across really personally attacking her. I'm not gonna lie, Wayne. You're coming across personally attacking her. She's trying to have a conversation and debate, and you're attacking her.
I'm not being funny. I don't really give a flying fuck if you think like I'm attacking her. At the end of the day, all she is about the prehistoric issues with racism, and that's not relevant to 2020.
I'm talking about now. Are you going to let me show you, Wayne? Can I show you anyway?
Oh, you don't need to show me anything about statistics.
Oh, so you
like
don't
you
know.
Okay.
Florian, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
Today, when you're speaking to Ange, you and Ange don't get on. I personally, and this is just my opinion, don't think Ange is racist. But when people are saying that she wouldn't let any black people in the box when you were in with her, if there's not black people there for it to accept to put in the box, she can't do anything about that.
Can I just say something?
You into the box that